right before you say, it's fine, there's a moment you skip right over. A pause, a feeling, a knowing. This is the moment your body tells the truth before your mouth gets a chance to edit it. That moment, that's not weakness, that's information. And today, we're talking about your choice to quietly abandon or stay in that moment, build self-trust and real confidence. So let's talk about that moment. Hey friend, before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed. These episodes build on each other, and if you're ready to move differently in this season, you'll want access to all of them. Okay, let's get into it. Welcome back to the series Unavailable for Self-Abandonment, a series for women who are done negotiating with themselves. And this is for the woman who's confident enough to disappoint because self-trust is now the new standard. Here, confidence is more than a feeling. It's a belief formed through action, practice, and repetition. It's what you do when it would be easier to explain yourself, perform, or betray what you already know is true for you. So if you're ready to stop self-abandoning yourself just to keep the peace, you are in the right place. Hey, friend. Welcome back to the series Unavailable for Self-Abandonment. And listen to me with your whole heart when I say this. Confidence is not just a vibe. It's conditioning. It's a belief you build through what you do over and over again, especially when it would be easier to explain yourself, smooth things over, or betray what you already know is true for you. So if you've been saying it's fine when your spirit knows it ain't, this conversation is for you. Let's just tell the truth. As a woman, you most certainly know most of the time it's fine doesn't mean fine at all. It actually means I'll settle for this because I don't really feel like getting into it with you right now. I don't want to be misunderstood because let's be clear, you won't get it anyway. Or maybe you don't want to rock the boat. You just don't want to deal with the fallout. Or you don't want to make this bigger than it already feels and risk them making you feel stupid or less than. So you keep the peace. You keep the vibe light. You keep yourself quiet. Not because you don't know better, but because you've learned that harmony feels safer than honesty. But truth be told, it's fine is rarely about peace. It's about protection. Your nervous system, on the other hand, it is not asking, is this aligned with my highest self? It's asking, will this cost me connection? So you weigh your options. Am I willing to risk this connection? If I say what I'm really feeling, will they stay or leave me? So right before you say it's fine, your body tightens, your chest pulls in, your energy contracts. That's not intuition telling you to stop. That's your nervous system saying it doesn't feel safe to say how I really feel. This is unfamiliar territory. And remember, unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. It just means your nervous system is untrained in saying how you feel without bracing for impact. Discomfort isn't danger, it's a new edge. But here's the part that we don't talk about enough. Every time you override yourself in this moment, you create a small fracture in trust. You teach yourself, I don't have my own back. I'll come back to myself later, which we already know, friend, that rarely ever comes back around. And so you say, I'll deal with this eventually. And eventually turns into a pattern, not overnight, but over time. Self-abandonment doesn't happen loudly. It happens politely in those moments when you're just trying to be nice. Or my personal favorite, the moments when you're treating someone the exact way you want to be treated, hoping, and I'm saying heavy on the hope, friend. We end up hoping that at some point they'll return the favor. The money they borrowed, they'll pay it back. all the times you give great advice and truly help them to solve their problems, yet they are nowhere to be found when you could use an ear or a sounding board. All the times you've offered to help fill whatever gap they had, but when you expressed a need, they never volunteered to assist. Shoot, they rarely even call you just to check in and see how you doing. Sometimes in an effort to love others the way we want to be loved, we fail to realize we've been dealing with a taker who is only happy when they are the recipient of all we have to give. We've been operating so much from our heart, we forget to check in and ask our heart, what do we need from others? Successful relationships are never one-sided. And yet, if we took a step back, we may be alarmed to find we've been the sole contributor and the ROI is non-existent. These are the energy leaks that slowly drain your confidence and plant limiting beliefs. It becomes the breeding ground for thinking you aren't worthy of mutual, healthy, loving relationships, or that this means something negative about you. The one-sided effort, lack of reciprocity, and internalizing this to mean something negative about you instead of showcasing their capacity to actually meet your needs. That's exactly how low confidence erodes, not from failure, but from misdirected loyalty. The cost of leaving yourself here, your confidence and self-trust takes the hit when you choose to be polite instead of precise about the way you honor yourself. Confidence is not something you wake up with. It's not a personality upgrade. Confidence is built in moments like this, when you pause, when you stay, when you don't immediately smooth it over. And if you don't say anything different yet, that pause, that's a rep, and reps build beliefs. Confidence grows every time you choose presence over performance. Every time you realize you can maintain connections and also your commitment to honor yourself at the same time. You are teaching your nervous system you love yourself. And let's just say this plainly. For the connections that fade away or end, the moment you start redirecting your energy to the people, places, and things that truly see you, appreciate you, and value you, it's okay to grieve those connections and allow them the free will to go as they may. Some relationships have just run their season, and some people may even say you've changed and did. All of it is okay. Confidence isn't coming from applause. It's coming from witnessing your own integrity. That is the most stable form of confidence there is. The moments you choose to honor, love, and respect yourself will fill in those spaces once occupied by those who didn't have the capacity to see you up close and personal during this part of your evolution. The reward you get is in your newfound level of high self-esteem, because now you see yourself as someone who loves you deeply, and that builds confidence that's unshakable. Main character energy, it's not about being dramatic. It's about being rooted. It's the calm confidence of a woman who trusts herself enough to let a moment be awkward without abandoning herself to fix it. You don't rush. You don't explain. You don't disappear. You stay. That's authority. That's self-love and self-worth on display in the most beautiful way. Ooh, that was a bar. If you're listening to this and thinking, I understand myself, but nothing is actually changing, I want you to hear this gently and clearly. You are not stuck because you don't know enough. You're stuck because you've outgrown awareness. At this stage, more insight won't move you forward in your life. Decision will. That pause you keep calling timing, that's not confusion. That's the moment where self-trust has to be practiced, not processed. That's exactly why the main character momentum builder exists. Not to give you more information, but to help you move quietly, steadily, and in alignment without forcing yourself or waiting for confidence to arrive first. If you're done circling and ready to build momentum you can actually trust, you'll find it linked in the show notes. Okay, friend, so let's make this real life usable, not to turn every moment into a confrontation, okay? But to stop leaving yourself when things get uncomfortable. Here's a simple practice I use whenever I feel that familiar urge to say, it's fine. You know it and you love it. It's the self-love two-step. This one is the stay practice. This is not about saying more. It's about staying connected and choosing yourself. Step 1, pause and stay with the sensation right before you say, it's fine. Say to yourself, this is the moment, not to plan, not to explain, not to fix, just long enough to notice where your body tightens, where your energy contracts, where you are about to override yourself. You don't need to change your words just yet. You're just choosing awareness over autopilot. This pause alone tells your nervous system, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm not disappearing. Confidence doesn't come from confrontation, okay, friend? So don't be out here ready to give everybody the top flight business. Confidence doesn't come from confrontation. It comes from presence. This step stops self-abandonment before it becomes a habit. Step 2, redirect. Choose self-honor over politeness. After the pause, gently redirect. Not into drama, not into proving, and not into people-pleasing. Redirect toward one small act of self-honor. Just pick one, whether it's not explaining yourself, choosing silence instead of self-betrayal, walking away without over-justifying, naming one simple need, or my favorite, just asking for more time instead of smoothing it over. This is where confidence is built, not in being loud, but in being precise with your energy. Every time you redirect towards self-honor, you teach your nervous system, I can stay connected to myself and survive the moment. That's self-trust. That's confidence conditioning. That's main character energy. Now, let me pour into you real quick. Listen to me with your whole heart when I say this. If you've been leaving yourself in these moments, grant yourself some grace. You are a human having a human experience. You may not get it right each and every time, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you lack confidence. It means you've been prioritizing peace over presence, and that made sense at one time, but it doesn't fit who you are anymore. The people-pleasing days, they are over. Shrinking yourself so others feel better about themselves, those days are over, because the truth of the matter is, even at the height of your people-pleasing or shrinking days, it never guaranteed people would love you more, have more respect for you, or even treat you better. It definitely didn't guarantee they'd be happy or feel better either. Now, with this new level of awareness, you know what shrinking and people-pleasing cost you, and it's just too expensive. You don't need to be louder or harsher. You don't even need to say everything perfectly. You just need to stay, because the moment you stay with yourself, confidence comes back online. Here's what I want you to carry with you from this series. Confidence doesn't come from being self-centered. It comes from being self-connected. And every time you choose yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, you strengthen a belief you can rely on. The moment you reconnect to yourself, confidence returns. Stay unavailable for self-abandonment, and I'll meet you in the next episode. Ooh, friend, I'm so proud of you. Okay, girl.